Hi, YouTube world. Deanna coming here with Empowering Empaths. If you are new to my channel, I want to tell you thank you so much for being here. I'm so thankful that you found it. If you're a returning listener, I give you so much gratitude for supporting me, holding my hand, walking this journey together. Thank you so much. I'm humbled by stepping into this. It's my true soul's purpose to be able to share and reach out to others. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Couple of things first coming to me from last week to this week. We're moving in to May full throttle. We just came on this side of the new moon in Taurus. So what I'm feeling here is like a very deep rooted emotional, mental, not the emotions of the heart, but the mind, the ego, a purge of that. So I want to share with you guys, in case anybody else felt it, Saturday, which would have been the new moon itself, about 1 in the morning on the 4th, 5th, I had a sudden like hot flush through my body, and anxiety came after that. And so where I am on my journey now, I can discern whether it's anxiety within me or a collective. I pick up on collective energy. That's something that's gaining strength and one of my gifts over the past 5 years. So I've always picked up on other people's energy. However, I didn't discern whether it was mine or the others. So with that being said, you have possibly, if you're on this journey, may have felt something 2-3 days before that, prior to that. It can come through as fear. Just remember that collectively right now, we're purging a lot of the old, so to speak, paradigm out for the new. Really transformative times, but it's very humbling to be able to discern, like, is this my fear or is this a collective energy? So if you felt something like that, just know that you're not alone. It doesn't seem to matter where we are on our journey. When you're an empath, a sensitive, we're very sensitive to energy. So being able to discern whether it's yours or collective is a beautiful little key to utilize, so that you can filter out and release anything that's not yours, whatever doesn't serve for your higher good. So just wanted to share that with you. So this week's energy, I'm going to go right into the oracle because there's other things that I wrote down. Collectively, I'm seeing a lot of people purging, a lot of North Node, past life stuff, a lot of deep rooted things of childhood, stepping out of what other people want you to be and more stepping into your authenticity. So as we see that within an individual level and a collective level, just know that I will reiterate this again. On the collective scale where we're headed right now, all of this stuff has to come to the light in order for newness. And I don't know about you and me, but a lot of times people don't want change. They fear it. This would not be a time of that. We don't want to keep going on the same program and trajectory that we have been. So it's really, for me, ending the Pisces age, going into Aquarius, more heart-centered, Christ consciousness, which is really what we're all asked to be stepping forward, and it's all within us. Are you living what makes your soul happy? Are you living your desires? And learning on this path to surrender, because right now there's so many shifts and changes that need to take place, so many dark, deep things coming to the light that have always been there. And so we're just asked to kind of dance and ebb and flow, keep pivoting, so to speak. So we'll go right into the cards now for the week. The first card that was given to us was the Circle. And immediately for me, it was very clear that center is like our higher self, God, creator, source. and that all of these hands on the wheel, which is representing all of us, even symbolically, you can go all of us, regardless of color, differences, whatever, so to speak. 8, number of infinity. We're timeless. Soul's evolution is here to be awake collectively, to understand that at the center of each one of us, we are God, creator, source, sparks of, and that in the flesh of unity, no matter what the differences is, there's still a light within each one of us that makes us brothers and sisters. Another thing that came up for me is the Pleiadian story that I've heard, and I wanted to share with you. If you're not familiar with Pleiadian, I highly suggest finding a reputable place to learn a little bit about them. I dove deep because something's always made me drawn to the unseen. That's another passion of mine. Traditional school was never my thing, but the unseen has always been within me, and it was maybe on more of an unconscious level at one point, but now very conscious and very aware of the underlying thing that we're all sisters and brothers, and that we need to step together and start living as so, so ending the comparison, competition, loving each other up. The Pleiadians came to me a while ago, not to me personally, but hearing of them and being drawn to that, learn about them. And then I looked into the Bible, even though I'm not religious. I think religion's just for those who can't find their own purpose. But however, the Pleiadian mothers used to sit around and teach the children. And they used a wheel with spokes, and in the center was a circle, which made me think of them immediately. And as the children would learn and sit in the circles, the Pleiadian mothers would teach them, and then towards the end of their teaching, they got to learn what that center circle is. And that center circle was representative of God, creator, source of the whole universe. And that the Pleiadian mothers told the children that just as God is in the center of each of you, we're all connected. So it's about oneness. So I just wanted to share that. I went a step farther, and although I know the Bible's been manipulated, I looked into it and found Orion and the Pleiades, and so it was another dot connecting for me. It was a very beautiful, wow, blow your doors off, As all the programs have dropped out of me and my heart just keeps expanding, it's making me want to share with others, and so that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to empower these sensitive souls that have been going on other people's programs, and remember that we're all connected. But you have to have healthy boundaries, because there's so many people living out of ego still, they're up in this brain instead of this brain. So love and compassion, and knowing that the center is God creator, which is a spark of each one of us, and that it's all oneness with each other, with nature, with animals, all of it. Without God, creator, source, there would be no universe. So the esoteric and the unseen has always been something so right here, but now that I know this is my soul's purpose, it's why I'm sharing and learning as I go, to put my hand out to all of you. If you found this, being a sensitive, we've always been in this, it's a collective time to heal the emotional codependence and really drop down into here and living your truth and living your soul's purpose and what makes your soul come to life. So the second card we got was the moon. So to me, the ebbs and flows. The new moon is the dark, the deep, the reflective. The full moon, illumination, releasing, letting go what does not serve for your higher good, and really stepping into what you want to do. So I wrote a little few notes, as I always do when these cards are turned over and revealed to me as well. I just take in the symbolism and really honoring our ebb and flows, our emotions. The lunar cycles are really fast. What is it, 28 days? So our emotions constantly are shifting and changing and ebbing and flowing, just like the rise and the fall of the tides. So too within us. So this week, what did I write down about this? Bring your awareness to all emotions. Keep yourself in check. Don't get sucked into global things that are going on and 3D dramas and whatever that are unfolding. Remember that all of this has to come to the light. So it looks as though, appears, if you just look on the superficial level, that things are getting worse. And on the contrary, it's just the light is illuminating these things, right? So remember that. I wrote that note down when I flipped over this card, and it's like, wow, we just really need to keep ourselves in check this week. Feel what you're feeling, flow with it, be very aware not to get yourself caught up into dramas. I mean, I'm seeing it on a collective level, whether it be religion, spirituality, families, whatever. Don't get caught up in all of that right now. Just remember that it needs to be purged out, and that in order to step forward with newness, you can't be in those same cycles. Just like the moon every 28 days, you know. Darkness to light, ebb and flow, inner work, deep work, but also that illumination of what do I want? What does my soul call me to do? What am I doing to live in my authenticity? So I love the lunar cycles. And I also want to say with this, the North Node, South Node in your birth natal chart are very, very important aspects to look at. If you haven't got your natal chart specifically to the date and place that you were born, I would highly recommend you doing that. It kind of helps you. It's not in a... My intentions of this channel is never for predictions. It's more of encouragement and enlightenment for you to grab the wheel of your own life and stop living on all the other people's programs and just step into your true power. We're all divine children of God. We all are sparks of. So we are creating what we want. And the collective energy, that's why I say don't watch the news, step away from the program, don't get caught up even on social media into the collective stuff that's being purged, because the more we give that energy, the more that momentum goes, you know. So lastly, about the end of the week, which is symbolically can be through past, present time, it's all now anyway, we got the hummingbird reversed. So to me, this was like little and mighty. If it was in the upward position, it'd be like taking flight and moving forward. But since we got it in the reverse, I symbolically, for me, it may indicate that maybe some of you are hesitant to fly and spread your wings, and maybe that you're hesitant to listen to your soul through the heart. It's basically, to me, symbolizing no more procrastination if it's reversed like this. Don't play small. Upright position, you know? That's where you use your discernment and don't ignore feelings and emotions, and keep really mindful and keep yourself in check this week specifically. May seems to be a very chill month compared to April, so I'm seeing this within myself and seeing it in the collective as well. But don't be scared, you know. Sit with those things. Really, whatever's lighting a fire under you to step forward and take flight. Instead of it being reversed, you know. And this is also symbolic to me too, is in blue throat chakra. Speak in your truth, not from an ego perspective up here, from your heart. Like, no, that doesn't resonate with me, or you can always be the observer of your own emotions, which I recommend everybody to do. But you also can be the observer of the collective energy and pick up on that as well. You are writing the script to your story. You're writing the script to your life. So I highly encourage you this week to remember that we're all unified. God is in the center of each one of us. Accept other people's differences. That doesn't mean you need to break bread with them. Pay attention to the ebbs and the flows and the moon cycles that are within you. So within, so as above, as below. Remember that going deep can be very painful, but remember also when it's illuminated, when you're finding your true soul's purpose and you're stepping into your authenticity and it's time for you to shine just like the full moon, there's great power in that. And the biggest gift you can give to yourself and the universe and everybody else is being authentic. Don't be scared to take flight and doing what's making your soul happy. That's exactly what this channel is for me. That's why I hope it resonates with you in your heart. I encourage you to do the same. If you're already on this path and you're doing it, then I'm just cheerleading you on, and you're probably holding my hand as well. I want to finish this up with doing a Mother Mary card. I feel like the Divine Feminine needs to come through as well. Really encourage everybody, self-nourishing things, emotional, soul, what you intake. Bring your mindfulness to everything, and you can just see extraordinary things happen in your life. I have. I'm testimony of that myself. That's why I'm here sharing with you. I'm super excited to be here. Once again, thank you. If you just found my channel, I hope you like it. Hope it resonates with you, and it's fine if it doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, just keep on scrolling. No big deal. I'm really just thankful that all the things and the sensitivities of all my life that used to be a curse to me are now a blessing. And I know it can be a scary, dark place to be. I did it. I was there myself. So that's the whole purpose of my channel, is to encourage everybody. I love Oracle. I'm getting a feel for my new tarot deck. And I was just playing with my tarot deck again last night, and I was divinely being spoken to as things are getting laid out in front of me, and I'm just doing them for myself right now, that it's not going to be collectively the traditional what everybody else. I was very specifically told, no, you use those tarot as personal and intimate as my conversations with God. So the tarot deck that I selected are celestial. No, go figure, they called to me. And so I may or may not use the traditional way of sharing the tarot. I'm going to let them speak to me. And I found that I just don't go wrong when I do that. So I encourage you to do the same. Something speaks to you. Don't let other people outside of you, here we go, tell you how you should think, feel, and be. It's so important, and collectively that's what we're healing right now. So optimism is our card that we got from the Mother Mary, Queen of Angels. I expect good things to happen, and they do. So this is a powerful message of co-creating the life that you want. Be optimistic. Let that fire ignite within you. We got the three, the Holy Trinity, the rising, I'd say, peace of the dove above her head. Red is passion. Blue is throat chakra. I expect good things to happen, and they do. It's all mindset. I used to be a negative thinker of fear, doubt, and worry. And it wasn't until my beautiful spiritual brother shared with me, he teaches in such a symbolic way that it resonated with my soul. I was emptying my cup of the fear, doubt, and worry, but I wasn't refilling with the things that I desired in my heart. God's presence, love, peace, joy, all of my hard work's now coming into fruition. Last week was a time of digging out the old stuff, weeding the garden symbolically, so to speak, and planting the new seeds. So with that optimism and discernment, stepping into the true power of who we are as children of God. So beautiful, beautiful. One more card from the chakra deck. I ask God, Creator, Source, to allow me to share the perfect message, and that I can portray it in a way that people understand and that resonates with their heart. Send blessings to myself and every person that comes in and listens today, that they be authentic, they not ignore their emotions, they release things that are not for their higher good, and there we go. Perception, it's all about that. Green, heart chakra. Purple, crown chakra. Transformation from the butterfly. What a beautiful symbolic. It is all about perception and the transformation that takes place when we settle down into our true heart, what makes our soul happy, what makes us tick, what is best for our higher good, perception of your own, all within you. Other people outside of you are going to have perceptions of their own. What the beautiful thing is finding people that resonate with you, although they may have a different perception than you. It doesn't mean the oneness and the circle in between, the sparks of God, like the Pleiadian mothers shared with their children. You're all united. At the center of you is God, Creator, Source. We're all gods and goddesses. Remembering that differences are okay, because it's all about perception. So this is really cool, because on a deep level, guys, if we're on this path and we've learned healthy boundaries and we're being optimistic and we're setting our intentions and we're allowing the ebbs and flows of the lunar cycle that's in the cosmos within us, we can take flight and co-create a new life. There's always going to be perceptions. That's the uniqueness. That's the beautifulness. The common bond is we're all God, Creator, Source children, sparks of co-creators in our life. It's okay for people to have different perceptions. If you heal yourself, you won't harm others. And so another collective dynamic coming up is North Node, South Node, where we've been, where we're going. A lot of Taurus, a lot of planets in Taurus. My goodness, I think I highlighted how many this week that came through to me throughout the week, and I wrote Mercury is in Taurus now. Uranus has been in Taurus, I believe, in March of 2018. It went into there. That's a 7-year cycle of what do we want. Mars being the higher mind, Mercury being the lower mind, balancing the two, the spiritual mind, the human vessel mind, merging that and anchoring into the earth, the Taurus, the Virgo, the Capricorn. What do we want to create now moving forward? Once again, just really settle down this week. It's just a kind of a chill week compared to April, thank God. That last little mental purge that I had with the new moon, wow, collective energy. That's where I'm sharing with you again the importance of the collective energy that's purging and being mentally purged from the earth plane right now can be very deep. Just remember not to bite into anything that's, bringing you down, because energy is everything. Once you figure that out, the dots start connecting. So really settle it down into your heart. Don't ignore emotions. Let them surface. Transmute them to love and light and compassion, because then when we do that, we can reach our hands out to others. I hope you enjoyed this week's energy forecast. Be kind to yourself. Get out and ground. Do a lot of grounding this week. I'm also being told that. Increase your water. Take good care of yourself. This is the 3 most important things, the Holy Trinity to me. Connection with God, connection with self, connections with others, in that order, and you'll see transformation, huge transformation, like the butterfly symbolizes in that. Huge transformation on a level that is just magical. We're all connected. The cosmos, everything Creator has created is divine. It's perfect. There's no coincidences. So step into your full flight this week and just really take off. Share with me if you've just recently found your soul's purpose, what lights your soul on fire, the progress you've made in your life. I love to interact. I check in at least a couple times a week for comments. I again want to just thank you so much for being here with me on this journey. Thank you for finding my YouTube channel if you're new, and if you liked it and resonated with you in your heart, hit the bell. That way when I put a new one up, you'll get a notification. Returning friends and soul family tribe, thank you so much for supporting me. I send each one of you so much love, and until next week, blessings and namaste.